There are no accidents. You did not stumble upon this message by chance. Something far greater is at work, orchestrating your journey, aligning you with the precise wisdom you need at the exact moment you need it. You may feel as though life has been testing you, stretching you beyond your limits, and pushing you into spaces of uncertainty. But what if I told you that you are not being tested? What if everything you are experiencing is not a trial but a preparation, an initiation into the miracle that is already destined for you? Chosen ones, the moment before transformation is always the hardest. Right before the breakthrough, the weight of the world feels unbearable. The doors seem locked. The silence from the universe is deafening. But here's what they don't tell you. This silence, this waiting, this discomfort is not the absence of divine movement. It is the very evidence that something profound is shifting. You are being made ready, being refined in the fire of transformation, being shaped into the version of yourself that can hold the blessings you have been calling forth. This journey is not about proving yourself to the universe. It is about realizing that you have always been chosen. You have always been worthy. But the path of a chosen one is never easy because your soul is here for something greater. The process of becoming is not meant to be comfortable. It is meant to be awakening. Every delay, every closed door, every unanswered question is not rejection. It is divine alignment. It is your preparation for what is coming next. If you feel this message resonating in your spirit, if you know deep down that you are in a pivotal moment of transformation, type 77 in the comments. Acknowledge this truth. Speak it into existence. Because what follows is not just an explanation of your journey, it is the key to unlocking the very miracle that is waiting for you on the other side. The yearning what your soul has been crying out for. Deep within, there is a longing you cannot explain. It is the feeling of being meant for something greater, the quiet whisper that has followed you since childhood, telling you that you are not here to live an ordinary life. You have felt it in the depths of your soul, in the restless nights, in the moments of stillness when the world around you seemed to blur. It is a hunger for something more truth, more connection, more meaning. You have searched for love that mirrors the depths of your own spirit. A love that is not shallow, not conditional, but expansive, infinite, a reflection of the divine essence within you. You have longed for abundance, not just in material wealth, but in peace, in clarity, in the ability to give freely without fear of lack. You have yearned for joy that is not fleeting, that does not come and go with circumstances, but a joy that is unshakable, anchored in something eternal. But this yearning has also come with pain. With every unanswered prayer, with every moment of disappointment, you have questioned whether the universe has heard you at all. The delays, the obstacles, the rejections, each one has felt like a contradiction to the desires burning within you. You have asked, why must I struggle so much for what my soul knows is meant for me? But here is the truth. The depth of your yearning is a sign of the magnitude of your destiny. Those who are called for something great must first endure the refinement of desire, the process of becoming the person who can receive, hold, and sustain the very things they long for. Everything you seek is already seeking you, but the space between desire and manifestation is where the transformation happens. The yearning is not a punishment, it is an activation. It is preparing you for what is already on its way. And that preparation often comes in the form of something most chosen ones know all too well: the dark night of the soul. The dark night of the soul, the challenge before the breakthrough. Every chosen one walks through fire before they step into their power. The dark night of the soul is not just a metaphor, it is a reality that every awakened being must face. It is the moment when everything you believed in crumbles, when the path ahead is no longer clear, when the life you once knew no longer fits. It is a season of stripping away, of isolation, of facing yourself in the rawest, most unfiltered way possible. This is when the world no longer understands you. The people who once walked beside you fall away. The dreams you built with so much faith seem to disintegrate before your eyes. You feel like a stranger in your own existence, disconnected from everything and everyone. The silence from the universe is deafening. It is as if you have been forgotten, cast aside, left to navigate the darkness alone. But what if I told you that this darkness is not a punishment? What if I told you it is an invitation? The dark night of the soul is not where you are abandoned, it is where you are reborn. It is the place where every illusion shatters so that only truth remains. It is the breaking of old identities, old fears, old limitations that can no longer exist in the reality you are stepping into. This is not a time of destruction. It is a time of purification. You are not being punished. You are being emptied of everything that is not truly you. The relationships that no longer align. The beliefs that have kept you small. The attachments that have held you back. This is the season where they fall away, not to leave you broken, but to make space for something greater. This is the moment where the miracle begins, even if you cannot see it yet. And the only way to emerge from this darkness is to trust the process of divine refinement. Divine refinement, the test you must survive. If you are being refined, it means you are being prepared. The trials you are facing are not meant to break you, they are meant to shape you. The chosen ones are not handed their destiny, they are forged in the fire of transformation. Every great calling comes with great preparation, and that preparation is never comfortable. It stretches you, humbles you, tests every part of your being. Life does not give you strength, it gives you the opportunity to develop it. It does not hand you wisdom, it places you in situations where you must choose to see beyond the surface. It does not simply gift you resilience, it allows you to walk through storms so that you can learn how to stand firm in the midst of chaos. This is the refinement, the sacred alchemy that turns struggle into power, pain into wisdom, and delay into divine alignment. Imagine a child who asks for a delicate glass sculpture. Would a wise guardian give it to them immediately? No, they would wait, ensuring the child has the maturity, the steadiness, the understanding to handle it without breaking it. The same applies to the desires of your heart. The things you seek are not being withheld, they are being safeguarded until you are ready. If love arrived before healing, it would be sabotaged by wounds unhealed. If wealth came before wisdom, it could become a burden rather than a blessing. If purpose came before preparation, it would overwhelm instead of empower. This is why you must trust the fire you are walking through. You are not being destroyed, you are being refined. The very pain you resist is the doorway to the strength you need. The test is not to prove your worthiness, it is to reveal the power that has always been within you. And once you understand this, everything shifts. Because your miracle is not something you must chase, it is something you must become ready to receive. Are you willing to trust this process? Are you willing to surrender to the refining fire? If you are, then know this: your breakthrough is closer than you think. Why you haven't received your miracle yet? You have prayed, you have waited, you have done everything in your power to align with the vision that has been planted deep within your heart. And yet, the miracle you seek still feels just out of reach. You've asked yourself, what am I doing wrong? Why is this taking so long? Has the universe forgotten about me? But what if the delay is not a denial? What if the waiting is not punishment, but preparation? Understand this: you are not being withheld from your blessing. Your blessing is being preserved until you are fully ready to receive it. Imagine handing a powerful sword to someone who has never wielded one before. In untrained hands, that sword is not a gift, it is a danger. It requires skill, discipline, and readiness. The same is true for the miracles that are meant for you. You see, many people believe that when they desire something, they are automatically ready for it. But this is where most chosen ones misunderstand divine timing. The version of you that exists today may not yet be prepared to hold, sustain, and expand the very thing you are asking for. A person seeking wealth but still carrying a scarcity mindset would not know how to keep it. A person seeking love but still wounded from past betrayals might unknowingly sabotage the very connection they desire. A person seeking purpose but still afraid of stepping into their power would struggle to embrace their destiny when it arrives. Your miracle is already on its way, but the question is, are you ready to hold it when it gets here? The universe is not just interested in giving you what you want, it is ensuring that you will not lose it once it arrives. The delay is not to withhold but to equip. It is not a test but a training ground. The preparation is happening within you, and the moment you truly align with it, everything will begin to shift. The moment everything shifts, your internal transformation. The shift does not happen when the external world changes. The shift happens when you do. You don't attract miracles by chasing them. You become the version of yourself that is aligned with receiving them. This is why so many people never step into their full destiny. They wait for life to bring them their breakthrough, instead of stepping into the version of themselves that naturally manifests it. Think of a locked door with a key hidden inside you. The harder you push against the door, the more resistant it seems. You fight, you struggle, you wonder why it won't open. And then, in a moment of stillness, you realize that you've had the key inside you all along. The door was never meant to be forced. It was meant to be unlocked. This is what happens when the shift occurs. You stop begging for love, and instead, you become love, radiating such wholeness that the right people naturally enter your life. You stop chasing wealth, and instead you embody abundance, realizing that true prosperity begins with the mindset, habits, and energy you carry. You stop waiting for external validation, and instead you embrace your own power, knowing that the world mirrors the vibration you hold within. When this shift happens, everything begins to align. Opportunities that once seemed blocked suddenly open. The people meant for your journey begin to appear. The weight of struggle is replaced with a quiet confidence, because you no longer doubt whether it will happen. You know that it already is. This is not magic. This is divine law. The universe does not give you what you want. It gives you what you are prepared to hold. And once you shift your internal world, your external world has no choice but to reflect it. The ultimate realization: you are not being tested, you are being trusted. Everything you have been through, the struggles, the delays, the heartbreaks, the moments of doubt, none of it was meant to break you. It was meant to build you. You were never being tested for punishment. You were being trusted with the responsibility of greatness. The universe does not place heavy burdens on weak shoulders. It does not shape those who have no purpose. It does not put chosen ones through the fire unless there is gold within them waiting to be revealed. Your trials were never about proving your worth. They were about unveiling your power. A sculptor does not look at a block of marble and see limitations. They see the masterpiece inside, waiting to emerge. But in order to reveal that masterpiece, the sculptor must chisel away everything that does not belong. This is what has been happening in your life. The pain, the disappointments, the hardships, they were never meant to destroy you. They were meant to strip away everything that is not truly you, leaving only the purest, strongest, most divine version of yourself. Now, take a moment and reflect. What if nothing was ever against you? What if every single challenge was a sign that you are being entrusted with something greater? What if the reason your journey has been difficult is because you are destined to handle more than the average person? When you realize this, when you fully accept that your struggles have been shaping you, not punishing you, everything changes. You no longer resist the process. You no longer feel victimized by your circumstances. Instead, you embrace the unfolding of your destiny with power, confidence, and trust. You have never been alone. You have never been forgotten. You have only been prepared. And now, the moment is coming when you will step fully into what has always been meant for you. Conclusion: the awakening and final call to action. You have always been walking toward this moment. Every experience, every lesson, every challenge, it has all been shaping you into the person who is now ready. The miracles you once chased are no longer something outside of you. They are already aligning, already forming, already making their way into your reality. Not because you are lucky, not because of chance, but because you have become the version of yourself who can receive them. There is no more need to wait, to doubt, to question whether you are worthy. You are ready, and the universe is about to prove to you that everything you've endured was never in vain. So take this moment to affirm your journey. If this message has resonated in your spirit, if you feel the truth of these words in your soul, leave 77 in the comments below. Let this be your declaration that you are ready to step into your highest timeline, ready to embrace the blessings that have always been yours. Your journey does not end here. It is only just beginning. Continue seeking, continue growing, continue stepping into the powerful being you were always meant to be. Watch the video appearing on your screen now because your transformation is unfolding and everything you have been waiting for is already in motion. You are not being tested, you are being trusted, and soon you will understand just how much you were always meant to receive.